Alright, you're now going to talk about Xenoblade Chronicles 3 for this next episode of Video Game Reviews. And this is an action RPG that's got a big open world, and this game came out in the summer of 2022. Yeah. This takes place, this game, by the way, takes place in the region of Isle Neos, where the nations known as Keys and Angus engage in perpetual war fought by soldiers with 10-year lifespans. Now, in this game, the story of this game follows a character named Noah as well as his two childhood friends who are from Keys and Union Lands, as well as Mio and her two fellow servicemen, Cena and Teon, who are from Angus. And they all gain the power to fuse together known as the Ouroboros in this one. Now, in this game you can have 7 party members participating in battle at once, which includes the main party of 6 controllable characters plus a character known as a hero. You can have 19 heroes in the base game. Each of them have different skills and abilities and can be recruited to the party through story events or side quests. Now, the DLC that came out for this game added 4 more heroes. Now, members of your party also can change their character class, which gets them access to different abilities. For example, if you raise the hero's affinity with the party, it'll unlock their class for use. And like the previous entries, the game has an open world design with a day and night time cycle that affects all in-game events, such as the availability of quests and items. And the game, as mentioned, takes place in a continuous open world that has the largest map featured in the entire series. It also has a fast travel option in order to traverse through the world quicker, as well as the option to activate navigation to assist in quests. Now, this game is an action-based battle system where you control the currently character in real time, and your party members auto-attack when enemies enter their attack radius. Now, unlike previous Xenoblade games, you have the ability to swap between all 6 party members during combat. And party members use abilities called arts, which can deal bonus damage or inflict status ailments depending on a character's position in relation to the enemy. They have a starting moveset based on a class, which has different styles of fighting and abilities, but they all fall under one of a few main different roles. There's defenders, who draw enemy aggro towards them and take attacks by blocking or evading them. There's attackers, who deal damage and utilize positional arts to deal increased damage and or trigger certain effects, such as combos or status effects, and also healers, who support the party with heals, buffs, and debuffs. And by performing actions that correspond to a character's class, the talent gauge fills up and allows the character to unleash a talent art when full. Now, talent arts are special moves that are unique to a class that amplifies their class's potency, such as dealing massive area of effect damage, which forces all enemies to target the user or fully heal the party. Now, you also get class points as well as experience points when you defeat the enemies. Now, class points, or CP for short, increases your class's mastery level, and reaching a certain mastery level unlocks master arts that can be used on other classes of opposing factions. Now, the one defining battle feature that they put into this game is the interlink system, where specific pairs of characters can get the ability to fuse into Ouroboros, which are larger forms that are invincible and have stronger arts. So, that's definitely pretty cool. Now, you also have the chain attack mechanic, similar to previous games, and the gauge will slowly fill up as your party members attack and will increase further with the use of master arts. Now, you want to try to get over 99 tactical points for each round. The chain attack probably has several rounds. At the beginning of each round, I'm going a little ahead of myself. The chain attack has several rounds. At the beginning of each round, you choose one of 3 randomly available chain orders, and each character chain order applies a specific effect upon its completion. Now, after you select an order, that's when the round starts. You want to get over 99 tactical points, which is rewarded on each move during the round. Used during the round increases based on certain factors, like current class the character has equipped and how many times the character has been used during the chain attack. And if you achieve over 9, and by achieving over 99 tactical points during the turn, the attack ends for that round, which applies to select the chain order's effects for each current round. Now, there's 3 different ratings that can be obtained, which are amazing if you get over 200, bravo if you get over 150, and cool if you get over 99. Now, those ratings determine how many selected characters are reactivated and available to be used in the next round. It also increases the damage multiplier. And this attack goes on until the party gauge is completely empty. And this game takes place after the events of both Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And the world is divided into different colonies, which have their giant mecha called the Feronis. Fueled to life, force of fallen enemy soldiers trapped in a flame clock. And each colony is home to engineered soldiers with artificially limited lifespans of 10 years. Those are referred to as terms. They like to fuel their colony's flame clock and survive to the end of their 10th term in hopes of receiving a homecoming ceremony. And among both forces are Offseers, which are soldiers who play flutes in rituals to send off the dead. The game of course has 6 main characters, and I already mentioned who those characters were, so I'm not going to go over them again. Now, the future redeemed DLC expansion is set centuries before this game's main story and takes place in the Centomnia region, which is an area of aliens that Io that's not explored during the main game, which follows the previous group of Ouroboros formed after Council N destroyed the original city. And like in the main game, Future Redeemed has 6 party members. And now, of course, in the main story, you have the Kevesi soldiers that are tasked with intercepting a mysterious airship and destroying its cargo. And then, upon reaching the target area, they encounter an Agnian squad consisting of the characters I mentioned before. And yeah, there's basically a lot of action in this story. So, and the teams that are headed by Noah and Mio end up having to band together to reach Sword March, liberating colonies along the way by destroying their flame clocks. And then the Queen of Keves attacks the party with a weapon of mass destruction called the Annihilator, and then threatens to destroy the liberated colonies with it, which forces the party to detour to Keves Castle, where they destroy the Annihilator and discover that the soldiers of Keves and Angus are clones created to fight each other. And then, yeah, this just goes on and on and on. Like the story of this game, it's a long story. I'm just gonna say that. But yeah. So if you're a Xenoblade fan, then I would definitely recommend getting this game. It's an exciting game. Now, I actually got this game, of course, during a family trip to Italy around the time this came out, because the release date for this, I think, was like, I think it was July 22nd or something. Yeah. It was something like that. I know it came out on Friday. And then, yeah, it was July 22nd of 2022 that this came out, and then I ended up getting the game about a week later. And, I mean, and this is actually this was actually the first game in the Xenoblade series that I actually completed. Basically from start to finish. At least in terms of the main story. I haven't finished the story expansion yet, but yeah, like, it's still a really good game. I'm probably not gonna be LPing it though. I think I might have hinted at possibly LPing it a while back, but I don't think that's gonna be in the cards because, well, this game, it takes a long time to do, including all the side quests. Anyway, but considering Xenoblade is very popular, in fact, the soundtrack for this game even got nominated at the Game Awards a couple of years ago, so that was pretty neat. But yeah, as for this game itself, I'm going to go ahead and give this one a 9.8 out of 10. Alright, so that's it for Xenoblade Chronicles Free, and I will see you for another episode next time.